Lance Meadow, Ryan Young back here with you as we move to the bottom of the fourth on the Ivy League Digital Network. Thanks so much for spending part of your weekend with us, your holiday weekend, as it is Easter weekend. So all of you celebrating, wish you a very pleasant Easter as Columbia trailing Cornell 9-4. And Justin Lewis has no complaints with plenty of run support that he received very quickly in this contest, similar to how Game 1 started when Cornell wasted no time showcasing its offense, and the Lions trying to slowly fight their way back into this contest as Lane Robinette, batting ninth in the order here in Game 2, will lead things off in the bottom of the fourth. 5-run deficit. Lions have put on their rally caps before. This is not necessarily uncharted territory, but the exhaustion, the amount of effort that needs to be taken into account just to get back into a game is something that can't be overlooked, as Lewis's first pitch is in for a strike on the inside corner.
Well, Columbia was down 5-0 in Game 1. They pulled with 5-4 and 8-7. And the last time Cornell was here 2 years ago, Columbia faced a 5-0 deficit, and that was a game they won on the walk-off walk, 9-8.
As this 0-1 pitch in the dirt outside, ball one.
Jordan Serena with the walk-off walk in that game. Lions had back-to-back home runs by Craig and Vandercook, and eventually won. And I've mentioned that a lot today because Columbia's faced these big deficits.
That's been a big part of Columbia's identity, as the 1-1 pitch is foul tip back towards the netting. You think back to even the Ivy League Championship Series at times with Dartmouth, even though most would say that Columbia dominated Dartmouth, there were games where the Lions were trailing in the late innings and they had to put on their rally caps. Not necessarily a 5-run deficit per se, but it's been a team that is not necessarily finished until the very last out, as this one misses inside. So 2-2 now the count, with Lane Robinette leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth, his team trailing by 5. Cornell trying to take out the brooms and pull off the double-header sweep here on a Saturday. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this one misses inside again, ball 3.
Well, you remember the only game that the Lions lost in that 3-year stretch in the ILCS. They nearly came back in that game. They pulled within 7-6, and a little flare ended it. Meanwhile, if you're Cornell here, again, you can't walk guys, and they haven't today. It's been a great asset for the Big Red until now.
Spoke too soon, as that one missed inside again, the third consecutive pitch, and they say Robinette did not go all the way around, so that's what Columbia needed to put the leadoff runner on the free base, and that will bring up the top of the order, Julian Barry. Barry 0 for 4 in game number 1, so his streaks ended in terms of his hitting streak as well as his on-base streak. His hitting streak was at 9, his on-base streak was at 14, so both of those ended in game number 1, and he takes a strike on the outside corner here.
Columbia's, one of their bigger rallies in the first game was helped out by 2 walks by Cornell, all with 2 outs, just a big 2-run double by Engel. That's what got Columbia within 5-4. So this is the way, if you want to get Columbia back in the game, you just walk people.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Barry, and this one is lobbed to third, caught, throw to second. There is one around the horn it goes, and not in time at first base. So it was on the bounce. They got the force out at second, but not able to pull off the double play. So Barry is in safely on the fielder's choice, and that will keep 1 aboard but 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, it was a very close play at first base, and it looked to me that first base umpire John Harrington did not know if he was safe or out. That was what the delay was for, and to Columbia's benefit, he chose safe.
So that'll bring up Ben Porter. Porter was also 0 for 4 in game number 1 like Barry, so you look at game number 1, 2 top hitters in the lineup combining to go 0 for 8 as he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Well, that was the difference in game 1. The top 3 hitters for Columbia went 1 for 12. The top 3 hitters for Cornell went 6 for 6 alone in the first 2 innings of the game.
And it's all about not necessarily the walks, but getting guys on base, and that's a huge disparity right there, as Lewis keeping close tabs at first, and this pitch is fastball missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Porter. Porter did not start against Monmouth on Tuesday. He came in as a defensive replacement late in the contest, but a key piece of the everyday lineup for the Lions. 1-1 pitch is lifted deep down the left field line, and this is going to obviously curl foul towards the football stadium.
Want a fun fact about Cornell's offense today in this doubleheader?
Oh, there's been a lot of them.
They led off both games with 4 straight hits. So they've set the tone in both games.
Well, and think about, Ryan, what that does for a starting pitcher, especially knowing that you don't have your ace in either of these games, and you're all of a sudden giving them wiggle room in the early innings. I mean, it's huge. Changes the mindset of Justin Lewis as his pitch is lifted towards the wall to the right of first base in foul territory. So it's 1-2 the count here with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the fourth with Columbia trailing Cornell 9-4.
And it's even more emphatic when you do that when you're the road team and you're starting the game. So before Columbia can even get swings, you're already down 3-0 in game 1, or you're already down 4-0 here in game 2.
Lewis keeping close tabs on Barry at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a high strike swing and a miss, as that will take care of Porter, and 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth.
In other words, Columbia has trailed at the end of every single half inning today, which is not the fun way to play baseball.
And pitching was the issue in terms of containing the Monmouth offense on Tuesday. Now then again, Brett Baretti did not use his regular pitching staff, so you can make sense of the struggles. It's when you then go back to your ace and your top 2 pitchers, bit of a surprise as Connie Maru's first pitch is skied high near the Columbia dugout, and it is going to be caught right before a collision. A phenomenal catch by Frankie Padullo, and it looks like he, as well as Simonite, are in good shape, but a great job by Padullo to hustle over towards the Columbia dugout, make the catch, and put an exclamation point at the end of the fourth. We move to the fifth. It's 9-4 Cornell on the Ivy League Digital Network.
Carmine's New York City.